Hello! Welcome to Cure Disease Kuri channel, number 66. My name is Junko Shiozawa and she is my daughter Kuri. Kuri has a very serious disease called DRPLA. It causes the brain to atrophy. Inherited, no cure, progressing disease. This channel's goal is to find a cure for many diseases, and I want to share challenger's life. It's a great goal. Kuri was hospitalized for the fourth time this year for pneumonia, but fortunately, this time, Kuri was able to leave the hospital in 3 days. This time, I would like to talk about some of the things I noticed during and after her hospitalization. By the way, I talked about the precautions I took before she was hospitalized in number 6. I'll post the link in the summary section. In some countries, family members are not allowed to visit due to corona pandemic. Kuri's hospital allows only one visitor. What about your country? Please look at this story as just a case of Kuri living in Hawaii. I hope that some of this will be helpful to you. In every hospital room, there is a medical board. It contains the name of the doctor or nurse in charge of the patient for the day, as well as information on how to take care of the patient and what to look out for. I took a picture of this board every day. For example, if you know the name of the nurse in charge for the day, it will help you when you have questions later. Since there are many different races living in Hawaii, many of the names were new to me. You never know when you'll see your doctor, so make sure you have all your questions in advance so that you can ask them at any time. DRPLA, Kuri's disease, is very rare and many of the medical staff have never heard of it before. When I call for an ambulance, I always give the paramedics a piece of paper that mentions the DRPLA. The paper was handed to the different staff members in the ER and in the regular hospital rooms. In the hospital room, the nurse put this paper under the medical board. The new staff also got to know about the DRPLA. I highly recommend that patients with rare and incurable diseases prepare for it in advance. Also, as I talked about in number 6 video, it is a good idea to keep a list of medications on paper. It helps to write down a list of medications that we are allergic to. When Kuri left the hospital, I was given a post-discharge summary. It contains the name of the doctor in charge of our case and the follow-up information after her discharge. It also listed the medications she needed. In particular, I had to check the newly prescribed antibiotics carefully. I keep a photo of all of the medications I have been prescribed so that I can show them to medical staff at any time. Not only name the medication, but also the dosage and the way it was prescribed is written on it. When you are admitted to the hospital, you will be asked many times about your medication. So make sure you have it all in a place. After Kuri leaves the hospital will call you within a few days to check on her condition. I think this is a good system because we can ask questions at that time. Usually, she will see her family doctor within 2 weeks. The third time she was hospitalized, she had a tracheostomy. So after she was discharged, visiting nursing and PTs come to visit her several times. They watched me operate the new machine and how to take care of her tracheostomy until I got used to it. Also, during her stay in the hospital, Kuri's buttocks got sore and her body became stiff. The visiting nurse took care of her as well. Finally, the hospital sent us a questionnaire letter. In Kuri's case, she received various service from the state government. So I reported her hospitalization to her case manager and other staff members. The hospitalization situation is different from country to country. In some countries, patients are hospitalized for a long period of time, while in other countries, like the US, hospitalization is for a short period of time. In the case of the United States, because of the short of the hospitalization period, the system of visiting nurses after discharge from the hospital becomes more important. Although we don't want to be hospitalized, the more serious the illness, the more likely we are to be hospitalized. I think that keeping records and preparing in advance will make me feel better. Let's make sure we are prepared. I'm really glad that Kuri is here. Thank you for watching over us. So never give up. Tomorrow will be a good day. Thank you very much for watching.